Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another amazing episode on the Unleashing Potentials podcast. I'm your host, Bernadette, and joining me today is, how do I say your name?
You're not the only one. Vinaya.
Vinaya. And your
Yes.
first name?
That's my name.
Oh, okay.
That's my first name.
Okay, okay. Welcome, Vinaya. How are you?
Ah, enjoying life and yeah, just enjoying.
That's
I'm
good.
great.
That's really good. Yeah, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Pleasure.
You're welcome. Where about are you tuning in from?
Right now I'm in Peru, in
Oh,
the Sacred Valley and in the town of Pisac.
okay, okay. That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. Have you always lived there?
No, I have the habit of changing country every so often. The longest I've lived in somewhere was in Ecuador for 9 years, and
Oh,
yeah, Germany when I grew up for 20 years. But that's about it. And then a
yeah.
few years here, a few years there. It's just always where the wind sort
Hmm.
of blows.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's really cool. So why don't we start by you telling us who you are and what you do?
Okay, I'm always have a good laugh. Who am I? That's still a question I'm trying to figure out. I have a faint idea, but what am I doing? Okay, maybe a little history. When I was 21, I left Germany because I understood that I do not fit in any sort of box, specifically not in the German box. And there must be more to life than meets the eye. So I started overland to India, looking for something more, so to speak. And after about 7, 8 years, I found a master, and then my focus went inside. And I started to work on myself and getting rid of all them programs we all get when we arrive here on planet Earth.
Mhm.
And at the same time of actually, since I was young, I was a crystal freak and had always a little bit of a different vision of where people are at. I could see somewhat behind the veil, behind the facade we all put up. And yeah, through my love of crystals, I came to this way of connecting with people and telling them why they are here. What are their gifts? How can I empower myself?
Mhm.
What are the steps? Bringing a little bit clarity into their path.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm basically just doing now. I'm 70 years old, and the only compassion, oh no, joy I have
Mhm.
is seeing the joy in people when they suddenly realize, yeah, wait, I am perfect.
Mhm.
I am here for some reason. And these are my gifts. And yes, that feels right.
Yeah.
And that is my passion. That was the word I couldn't find before.
Yeah. 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 That's awesome.
That's what I'm doing. And I'm
Mhm.
coaching people over times or just give crystal readings
Mhm. Mhm.
to help people to be more themselves, to step out of the box, to have a joyous and fantastic life instead of drudgery and like dragging myself from the cradle to the grave kind of thing and not really having fun and
Yeah.
also having this feeling inside there must be more to it and
Mhm.
I'm bigger than everybody tells me I am.
Yeah.
I'm fantastic.
Yeah.
And bringing people into that
Mhm.
space
Mhm.
is my passion, basically.
Yeah. Um, excuse me. Thank you so much for sharing. I feel that you're speaking to my soul because I was born open as a child, but I'm discovering that there is more. I'm in between.
Yes.
I'm wrestling with something that I don't understand, can't see. Let's go back to you though. Can you tell us when did you come out of the closet, meaning sharing your gifts? Were you born psychic or developed at a later time?
I would not say psychic. I don't really know a word. It's more like I'm a medium,
Oh, okay, okay.
like kind of channeling yourself, your higher self, which has a different overview
Yeah, yeah.
and not this kind of box view we all get.
Yeah, 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 definitely.
It started really like about 30 years ago when I understood that for some reason I knew crystals and their vibration and how they can help us. So I started with energy rebalancing
Mm,
with the help of crystals.
mhm,
And when I was in the Himalayas, I came across the book of Thoth, the tarot,
mhm,
and I was intrigued. It's like, wow, this is amazing.
mhm,
And I started learning that and starting giving readings, but it didn't quite work for me. And then one day it just came. Use crystals. And then I first tried, this is so, I tried like I remember oracles from the past. I had a crystal ball and they saw everything in the crystal ball. So I tried that. Didn't work.
mm,
So I was like, what am I gonna do? And then this vision came. Have an array of crystals. Let people pick one. Take it in your hand and start talking. Start being present. I oh God. Sometimes English is a little bit difficult for
Oh,
me.
I can relate. I
In the
can
beginning,
relate. Hmm.
so in the beginning, I connect with permission energetically with that person
Hmm.
because I also was like able to different energy with energies.
Hmm.
Just a medium for your highest really what you need to hear in order to be the person you wanted to be before you came here. And yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, but so like for 30 years, I'm doing this now, including coaching. And yeah, it's just amazing to see. It's
Yeah.
wonderful. This is I have. That's what I'm here for.
Hmm.
Giving an example that life can be just absolutely fantastic. and then, and then we can be ourselves, even though living in society,
Hmm.
not conforming, being myself, it's absolutely possible. And bringing people into that space is my passion. That's
Yeah.
what I love to do.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. So what would you say sets you apart from other spiritual coaches? Because there's a lot of them and they specialize in many, many different areas and what they do.
Oh, what sets me apart? Well, I'm not really familiar with many other coaches, to tell you the truth.
Hmm.
And we are all different. And maybe what sets me apart is I'm not telling you the future
Mm.
because that is something absolutely impossible to predict because everything depends on the next 10 seconds. What decision do I make?
Yeah.
How do I relate now? What am I doing now? So telling you that in blah 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 years or you will find the partner then or this or that, it's not happening. And I'm just being in the present,
Hmm.
present, and showing you what is important for you now. And then everything depends on, do you do the steps? Do you try out these meditation or these awareness exercises or whatever comes out? So, and maybe that's also important. I don't know anything. I have no clue. I hardly have a clue about myself, not to talk about somebody else. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but being connected with the person energetically, I'm basically just a medium for you. And so
Mm-hmm.
even though sometimes my mind goes, can't say that. What are you saying? I know it's always right because I see the response and the reaction. So it's like I'm stepping aside I'm not present, or the Vinaya is not there.
Yeah.
And I'm just being human for you. And maybe that sets me aside. You don't know.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.